Good evening, everybody. Frankie Day Models here, and this is Live in Action with Frankie Day. Okay, guys, how to make a live action video with the C-Wish right here. I've been on this pretty steadily, but now I'm working on the lower shrouds. I got them all done except the foremast and the mizzen mast. And once they're done, I got to coat it with some black oil paint to give them that tar look. Because the whole standing rigging was tarred. Okay, the whole thing was going on to post the last video. Yes, I posted yesterday, video number 5, I think it is. I really hadn't got the lower shrouds installed. So like I say, I only got half an hour to 40 minutes work. So I decided to go ahead and make a live action video with this. So you guys stick around with me for about 45 minutes or so. Grab your favorite kit, your favorite beverage of choice. Sit down, relax, and build along with Frankie Day and soothe the cares away. I got this nice, relaxing music right here. I like music like that, nice and soft, because you don't distract me. Now, this noise you're hearing overhead right now, besides the music, is an air conditioning. I got an air conditioning out my trailer. Believe you me, it's bloody hot today. Real hot. I mean, real hot. 93 degrees here in Ohio, and probably other places even hotter. So, like, it's summertime. It's going to get hot and nasty. Okay. Captain Waterman's famous C-Wish right here is starting to take shape. Now, if I was building this for myself, I would not have got this far on it. I am working slow on this. This is a commission build, and Mr. Schultz paid me half down on this thing. And so I get the other half, I get the best ones all done. So I should have this thing done probably about a couple months. Or maybe I'd say probably about a good month and a half I have this thing done, the way I'm going at it now. The hard rigging about this thing is basically just a standing rig. Make sure all the mass are true, you know, I got the right swept to it. Somehow the life of me, all this and this on the sailing ships got more of a rake to it than the fore and the mainmast do. I know why it does that. That way, when the wind kicks the sails, the wind sometimes will block the sails from the aft sails. When they tilt up to a cannon, you get the following sea sails and you push your way along. So you got all your canvas, your stunt sails, all your full sails all furled for sail. It takes away a lot of the wind from the business. So that's why they get that little rake right there. So your yards are offset from the other yards. It'll cause more wind velocity for sail. Because your business, believe it or not, your business is very important. It's the most important mass there is on a ship. That's your pushing. And your other sails are more or less for your trim. Okay, bear with me 45 minutes or so, guys, and we'll delve right into the Canton Clipper C-Wish. As you can see, you got the lower shrouds on now. Right now, I'm on the mainmast right now. I got 2 more strands of shrouds to do, and I got about 6 more to do on the fore, and I'm going to choke them off. Put chokers on there. Sorry, now before I burn this thing up. Okay, I'll get my special eyeballs out. Give me some agua. How sweet that was. Always have beeswax to get the thread. I think I showed you this on my Danmark I was doing live action. Always have a cake of beeswax. It defrays the delimits the line. It keeps all that frayed. Anything in the world is worse is thread when it starts buzzing on you. You got to put moisture in. This beeswax really does it. Okay. Plus the war tomorrow too, they say on the news. Okay. Goes the rubber hole. Under the forestay, the business. And back to the timber. Back to the bubber's hole. There you go. Who wants to look at a deck all day long? Ain't nothing going on with deck furniture. Back to the bubber's hole. Okay. I got that business name list completely ready. Got 2 stands done on it. This is my favorite tool right here. No toenail clippers. These are excellent for close up cutting off your lines, ties. This here, you don't want to use that. Exactly why it's worked very good, but they dull out very quick. Besides, when you're sawing on like that, sometimes you can pull rigging loose, so don't use these. Are no-no. They may work a little bit, but don't. These are the best there is. And always make sure you don't have no ACC, super glue, inside the jaws of these clippers. They won't work too good. These good. Only use these on thread only, not wire, not plastic, just thread. It'll last you 10, 12 lifetimes. For something that costs $3 or $4. Okay. Cardboard here and cut me on the spreader board. These right here are spreader boards. They're called your shrouds. Keep your shrouds spread out. That way when you climb up and go aloft, you know, they ain't gonna flop on you. You gotta have something to keep them spread out. They call them spreader boards. Make quite measurements for that. And the spreader boards fit flush right on top of the combos. It's crazy back here. That will see some off right there. Too big. Make another spreader board here. A little too wide. That's beautiful. Okay. Just spreader board over here. Don't know where I got it at. Okay. It's fun. It's safe. Okay, here we go again. Like the lover's hole. Down the timber. Right to the lover's hole again. Put these tweezers on there. That'll hold till it sets. Oh, yeah. I hope everybody had a wonderful, safe 4th of July over this weekend. I want nobody in my Mama community family to have their fingers blown off. The things are dangerous. You gotta watch those fireworks. I can remember about, I don't know, about 40 years ago, 45. I had about 4 little kids playing around with sparklers and stuff. And the parents out there drinking. When you pay attention to the kids around fireworks, you can't do that, guys. I mean, you got kids playing around fireworks, you got to be supervised. One of those kids, especially duds, when you got like Roman candles, you fly in the air and such. Sometimes they don't work. Most of the time they do. When they don't work, they go out. And it's a dud. With a dud, you got to watch out. It could be delay action in there. You never know. Well, that's what happened. The kids playing on sparklers. They're watching the Star Wars stuff, And That's when Star Wars became popular. They used the sparklers, throwing sparklers at each other and acting like Star Wars stuff, you know, with the laser guns they got and stuff. That's dangerous. You can't do that stuff. I seen that. My wife, at the time, Brenda, before she passed away from Mary Ruthie, she said, "Don't those parents ever watch those kids?" And most nowadays don't. Brenda. They don't. And I was going to say something, but I told them this. Don't worry about it. But anyway, they had Roman candle. Think about the size of a coffee can. When it blows up, and has all these beautiful colors come up and stuff. Well, when it stopped, and when a kid picked it up, it went off. I seen it coming. And just like I said, enough of this jazz. I'm going to tell his parents, watch your kids for Christ's sakes. When that thing went off my kid's face and burned all his chest, those sparklers came right back at him. And the poor little baby, his poor little chest was peppered with burns, you know, from that one thing went off on. They had the fire trucks out there and everything. It was terrible. I guess the parents got arrested and everything else for not watching their kids. I don't know. But like I say, you got to watch your kids around fireworks stuff. This stuff is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay. What's my favorite tool at? Oh, there you are. Trying to hide something, huh? It says, no, you pushed me there. Goddamn. Oh, let's stop right there. We're going to dries. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more strands, and the lower shrouds are done. Now I'm going to put the chokers to them, and we'll call this video a wrap. I'm going to prepare and get ready to go to bed. It's going to be a big day for me tomorrow. My poor little brother, he has to go for surgery tomorrow. So I'm going to go to work tomorrow and get off and go to the hospital and see how he's doing there. That could be okay. These plastic kits are not bad. You build them right, they come out pretty well. It don't matter, wood or plastic, but the key with the finest of building model ships is out of wood. I mean, that's cream of the crop right there. No matter the kit or scratch. Okay. Back to the rigging, y'all. I know this music ain't your guys' cup of tea like that, but it relaxes me a lot. It really does. Watching TV and stuff, and loud music going on and stuff, and distracts you. Especially building these big ships, so really you gotta keep your mind well soothed. Okay, let's have one. Oh, gosh. Okay. Two more strands. See that choker strand. Oh, let's see. I got about two flying sites that I spied on to fly my rotor-powered airplanes. One of them I can't fly out there because the guy cut the grass. I mean, it's mohair Sam style, about 2 or 3 inches off the ground. I can't fly the rotor-powered planes like that. The grass has storage. The other one, the grass is probably maybe about a good foot, perfect. Hope they don't cut that. Out of the norm, I don't build these things during the summertime, but I got so much to finish up on. since he wanted, since this thing is bought and paid for. I'll just finish it up. I got started. I wasn't even planning on selling this thing until he used to watch one of my YouTube videos. And he said, "Jesus, I've been wanting to get that Model that Sea Wish for a long time." He says, "You want to sell it?" I said, "Sure." Oh, okay, around the timber again. This is the last strand right here. Boy, it's going one quicker than I thought it would. It would not go this fast if I was rigging those lanyards with the dead eyes and everything, guys. I'd still be on the lanyards. That's the in and outs about almost shipbuilding, especially the sail routine. You gotta, everything's done for you. All you gotta do is just build it and rig it up, make sure you do a good job, you know. Okay, here we go again. Last strand. I add my choker lines next. Feel the weight. I got this choker on. Now I'll put this choker on. Choker is a nautical term to seize off the top of the shroud underneath the platform. That way it pulls the ratlines nice and tight. Keep the thing nice and tight so when they go aloft, you have to worry about having flimsy shrouds. Okay. Okay, get my smother board out. Okay. Here's a tip, fellas. Give these tomato paint jars, instead of throwing them away, it's optional. You throw them away. What I do with these things after they go bone dry, I take a scrubber, clean out the whole inside of this thing. I get oil paint in here. I take this and some turpentine. I mix it well and put it inside here. I like to put oils on my rig. It gives it that tar look. Those oil paints were really very wonderful. They really have all coverage, the oil paints. Boy, the blasted album. Choker line here. Here I am back. Oh, okay. Where was I? Yeah, clean up on the deck right here. I love these Q-tips. Yeah, it's clean. I don't want the same much shaggy Irish either. Not the guy's going to pay for it. Oh, okay. Get all my tools put up. Call it a wrap for the night. I achieved my goal. I achieved my goal. Goals are very important to achieve. You just got to say to yourself, well, tonight I'm working on a model. My goal is to get this done. That's it. Put it away and do the rest tomorrow. You work that way, guys. Work slowly. You'd be amazed and astounded how well your models will come out. You build them really fast like that, they look nice, man, but pretty soon you look at them, you see a lot of mistakes you made because they'll haunt you. Because as you get older, your eyes get a lot more keener, your skills get a lot more keener. Then you say to yourself, what was I thinking about building it this way and that way, you know? So work slow. These things are a hobby. You're not going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. Okay, take off my third eye, fourth eyeball, four eyeballs. I'll bring the camera over to yours truly right here. And we'll finish up the video here. Okay. That's about it for this live action video, guys. I'm glad you guys stuck around and watched, you know. And something to do on a hot Tuesday evening. I figured it'd be a good time for me to get the lower shrouds done. And I can start working on the uppers up there. That would be a treat doing that too. I gotta make foot fittings for that. You'll see those on the coming videos of this build. So far, the new owner of this, Mr. Schultz, he looked at the video. He's very happy with it. He's seen the videos on there. So the only way you can be able to look at this thing and the progress is check out my video of Earl. And Earl says, okay. And he says, I'm very happy with that thing. It looks very nice. So I can put that in my living room. I say, well, you put it wherever you want it. I got a better idea. So keep it in your hobby shop. That's a good idea. Because it's supposed to play once we'll buy one of these. I mean, they don't make this kit no more. And he goes, oh, they did. So you got yourself a collector space. This thing's made back in 1958. They don't make this thing. It's a Marx Lewis kit. Now, Lindbergh may still make it. Now, Lindbergh got the molds from Marx Lewis. Only thing they did to it is kept everything in the kit except the deck isn't lithographed. That's all plastic. You got to paint that yourself. He goes, I don't know why. I'm quite certain Lindbergh still makes that now, so you got to look it up. If one of your customers want to decide to buy one of these, know that maybe Lindbergh still makes them still. I don't know. But I suggest going to eBay or going to a model convention. They got a lot of vendors there, and they sell a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised what they have. I'm pretty well amazed every time I go to one of them things. I see models I've never seen before. Oh, that wretched dog. That dog's like a damn tomcat. Except a tomcat stays out. Okay, go lay down. I'd probably go on a few minutes. Okay, guys, before we shut down here, I got something I want to show you here. I spent about 7 hours working on this, on my iron sides. Remember yesterday I made a video? I spent 7 hours today. Now, I'm debating if I should make this at a launching during the Revolutionary War, and or the War of 1812. 1812, and I got they were still white. The bulkheads were white, and later on they were black. Then after the War of 1812, they're green with red boots striping on here. I was debating if make it 1812 or make it at a launching. I haven't made that decision yet. At this phase of construction, it's not too late. Another thing I'm debating on. I hate to take that copper because this is 1965 paint on here. This is a 1965 kit. This one was first issued back in 1965 with a wonderful, handsome price tag of $8.95. That's how much this thing cost back then. And this thing is miles better than the cutting saw. I mean, the Revell Model Company, they really researched this thing out. They got all the drawings. They got everything you need from the Smithsonian Institute. It says so in the instructions. So I imagine they went to the museums in there, and the designers of this kit kind of took measurements off the kit itself. And so all the color schemes suggested in the instructions are quite correct. This thing is like anything else. It's like an airplane, battleship, anything. During the time of service, somewhat from year to year, they had different refits on these things, different paint schedules. The paint schedule was always the same. There's constant on here, but it's just the bulkheads. At a launching, they were white. 1797, when she was launched, they were white. During 1800, they were white. During the Battle of 1812, which had conquered the Guerriere, that English second raider. These things have got 44 guns, 44 pounders. These things, the English, they say, man, we can't take something like this on. They got big guns. So this kit was pretty good size, too. 175 feet long, I believe. Excuse me, guys. It's time here for silences. Oh, excuse me. So this is going to be going on the waves, too, pretty soon. So I figure you guys get a good charm out of that. Okay, it's time for you to buzz out of here right now. And I'm going to prepare for Betty Pie. I got 2 chokers on there. I got 2 more to go. I'll choke them up for a little bit. So I got choke that one there. Yeah, I got 2 more to go after this. Yeah, 2 more. Call it a wrap. Come on, quite well, fellas. I've really enjoyed this thing. You can see how the rigging is starting to show up by now. Takes a lot of time, that rigging. Well, Charlie Max it'd be friggin' rigging Friday for him on a Constitutional Friday. So I hope he's studying the instructions. It's not that hard to rig. It just takes a lot of time. And so I hope Charlie does very well on his kit. Incidentally, I thought his kit was 74. I think it was 70. No, it was 74. Yeah, his kit was 74. I thought it was 76. Okay. I got nothing else to say but put this thing away and get the chokers on a little bit. That'd be it. Okay, next video will be video number 6. I have this coming up probably in a couple more days. I have all the shrouds all done. I'll be starting on the rat lines too. So there'll be a video of that coming up. Then I'm going to put it aside and let it dry for give it a good 72-hour grace period. Then I'm going to hop on the Yacht America over there and get her all done. And I'm going to put it over there next to Isabella. I didn't notice this on my overhead over here. This thing here, when this trailer is being towed off somewhere, you got an extension that comes outside the trailer. Well, I was sitting where the extension is at, so the extension will come in this way, so the trailer is actually 8 feet wide instead of 12 feet here. And so there's a little loft up there. I look over here and say, hey, wow, I can put some ship models up there. I did. I put my Arizona and my McGrath right there, and the hole, put up the safe right there. I'll probably be working on this too a little bit. I'll come as a fun build during my commissions. This is my North Sea trawler. I've been working on that. Okay, guys, it's the conclusion of live action with Frankie Day. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. The music was it was okay. I think right now it's about over with. I think it petered out on it. So stay posted for video number 6. I'll be coming up. We better have that by 3 days. On this little thing, I'm going to put a choker on this thing tonight, let it dry, and start getting on the fittings and start going aloft on my shrouds. I'm going to see with the rat lines. I'm going to hop on my Young America, like I said, and I'll be back on the Young America over there. And I'll be back on Thermopylae. So I got time for that. I'm waiting for the guy to come up with some money for that Thermopylae so I can finish it. I told the guy I'd half down for it, and the rest later on when it's done. So at least I'm building these things and selling them. They get rid of them, they get attached to them too easy, but I can always get another one. Okay, this is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Models signing off for tonight. And take care of Mama, take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive, spend wisely, and beware your surroundings. And mask is off now. You're all free white and 21 now. And don't listen to the words of that politician Fossey. That guy, you gotta excuse my French. The man has a paper asshole. The guy was a big deal back in the AIDS epidemic, and he shammed out right there. There's a big sham right there. And all this guy is a politician, telling you to do this and do that, don't do this and do that. Hell with the guy. Anybody listen to the guy's an idiot. The guy's a total buffoon. Don't listen to him. Use your common sense. That's what God gave you a brain here for. Okay. Frankie Day's out of here. Signed off for today, so stay posted.